Hello and welcome to today's video. I might be blinding you, so I'll take my glasses off, but know if I squint, it's because I can't see. So anyways, today's video is my update for my Roulette Pan Collab. Also, please excuse the hair. I'm just hanging out at the house today, trying to get prepped and ready for a three-week trip back home for the holidays. And so I'm not going anywhere, not trying to impress anybody. I just wanted to play with some makeup, and I did. So first off, let's just jump right into the products, I guess. The first number I chose was number 3, and it was a product in loose form, and I chose my Coty Airspun powder, and you may be able to see it here. The first update, I'll try to have better pictures put in. The first date up, I was up here, or the first intro I was up here, and then now I'm about down to here. So I am surprised that there's not more progress, but I do think there's good progress. So I definitely think that I can finish this within the 4 month, I mean this project is 4 months long, so within the 3 months that are left, I'm sure I can finish this, but I would like it if it would disappear sooner rather than later. The next thing I have is number 47, and this is a current love, and I chose my Loreal BB cream. The first update I was up here, now I'm down to here. And again, I'll try to have a better photo up there. This was a product that I loved for a very long time. And then when we came to Sweden, we moved here, I hadn't used it in a couple months. And so right now I'm surprised that, like, I'm wearing it today, but I'm surprised that my skin isn't reacting to it like it used to when we were living in Atlanta. Granted, Atlanta was very humid, and so I was a little more oily. And for some reason in Sweden, this cold is zapping my skin like no other. And I am staying moisturized like nobody's business. Like, I'm using straight up oils on my face, and I will still look pretty dry by the end of the day. So I'm a little discouraged that there's not more progress. I thought this would go way quicker. Like, I thought I would be at least halfway done by now, but I'm clearly not halfway done. So this is making me a little nervous that I might not finish this thing by the end of the project. I'm gonna try my darndest, but I'm a little nervous. The next one is a good one. So this is number 21, and it was something that sparkles, and I chose an Ulta gloss, and I've completely finished it. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, completely finished it, which is a huge, like, record breaker for me. I have never finished a lip product in like 1 month. I'm not very good at using lip products, and the fact that I used this all in 1 month was shocking to me. Granted, again, the weather here is really kicking my butt, and so this was one of the only things that felt good to keep on my lips, and it actually did help them stay a little more moisturized than normal. So I attribute it to the weather. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have finished it that quickly, but I'm shocked and proud. So yeah, finished one product, which is good. And then the next one was number 15, and it's a product that I haven't used much. And for that, excuse me, I chose this Makeup Revolution. It's like the Shade and Light kit or eyeshadow dupe. And I picked this shade here because I thought this one might be the easiest one to hit pan on. And I don't know if you can see it, but it does have a decent dip going on now. I'm surprised I haven't hit pan yet, but I haven't. So I've never intentionally hit pan on an eyeshadow. I've done multiple Project Pans in the past, but I've always done like face products, maybe some lips. I've never intentionally tried to like track how long it takes me to use up an eyeshadow. So yeah, I'm surprised that I haven't hit pan yet, but then again, I feel like I'm really close to doing it. So I'm proud of the progress that I've used. I've used it every time I've done my eyeshadow to set my primer, and then also occasionally if I blend or take my eyeshadow up too far, I'll use it to like blend out my eyeshadow. And so yeah, my goal on this one is just to hit pan. So just a reminder on that. And then the next one is number 48, and this is something that I considered decluttering, and for that I chose this e.l.f. Shimmering Facial Whip, and I'm really surprised that you can't see through this yet. I think this is going to be one of those products that it doesn't show progress. Like, I think that it's gonna stay coated to the side, but I have to say, when I first started using this, or when I first bought it, actually I think it was given to me free by e.l.f. in like another order or something. I wasn't crazy about it. It seemed really icy to me. Let me see if I can give you a swatch. And so I wasn't like the biggest fan of it, and so it just sat in my collection for a really long time, and I literally haven't used it. And so right now I haven't been using it as a highlight. I've been putting it under my face makeup, like blending it in with like a moisturizer, and then I go over the top with like a pore filling primer. And I think that it helps because it is very dark actually. Like, I think it's too dark for my skin tone, but under makeup it's fine. And I've actually made decent progress in it. Like, I notice now, I can't do it now because I've had it turned upside down, but I know sometimes when I pull it out of my makeup drawer to use, if it's been setting up, I have to squeeze pretty hard to get the product to come out. And so I know I'm making progress in this, but I do think this might be one of those products that lasts until the end of the project before I finally finish it. But so far so good. I don't regret using it. It is just an extra step, and it's not something that I'm in love with, which is what I expected, so it's fine. I'm glad to at least be getting use out of it rather than throwing it away. Okay, and then the last number I had was number 12, and this is something that I bought online or purchased online. And so for that I chose to choose 2 Super Shock shadows, thinking that this would be easy and that I would hit pan on them relatively quickly and be able to move them both out relatively quickly, and they're surprising me. I've hit pan on other Super Shock shadows, and these are not going as quickly for me, even though I've worn them a lot. I've worn them consistently 2 to 3 times a week at least, and yeah, I mean, I have progress on them, but no pan yet, which is surprising me. And granted, I am really trying hard not to just dig right into the middle and like get pan and move on. Like, I'm trying to make sure that I start out the outside and then work my way in and then kind of push into the middle. Let's see if I can give you a swatch. So I try to make sure that I'm like, again, pushing outside into the middle, and then that way I'm not cheating on hitting pan, that I'm realistically hitting pan. And yeah, so yeah, I think I'm very close to hitting pan on these 2, but it will probably take me the month to do it. So yeah, so seeing as how I finished this product, and I think I'm very close to hitting pan in this Revolution eyeshadow palette here on this one shade, which was my goal, hit pan here. And then I'm probably also very close to hitting pan on these guys. I think I'm not gonna pull 3 items. That would be a little bit too many. I'm gonna count these as, since these 2 are an almost there kind of thing, I'm gonna pull 1 new product to replace one of these, whichever one I hit pan on first. And then I'm gonna pull a new one since I finished this guy. So I have my random number generator right here, and I'm gonna make sure I don't redraw the same number. So this is number 31. Okay, I have not pulled 31 yet, so I'm gonna write that down. And then I need 1 more, number 4, which I have not pulled yet. So let's pull up the spreadsheet and see what 31 and 4 are. Okay, number 31 is an item from your favorite brand. Okay, and number 4 is a drugstore product. So I'm gonna pause the camera, I'm gonna search for some things, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with my choices. That was way harder than it should have been probably. So number 31 was a product from my favorite brand. And so that was way harder than it probably should have been, because I don't really feel like I have an outright favorite brand. I have brands that I trust for certain things, like Loreal. I love the eyeshadows that Loreal makes, but I don't know a ton about their face products. I haven't really tried a lot of their face products, so I can't call them my favorite brand. ABH is the same way. I like Anastasia shadows and I like her highlight palettes, but again, I haven't really tried a ton from that brand. I've tried more drugstore things because it's more in my budget, but at the same time, I don't deeply enjoy drugstore products probably as much as I do like more high-end products. I just think trying high-end products is there's something so luxurious about it, and so like I don't know if I have a favorite brand, but I went ahead and I chose Bite Beauty because when it comes to lipsticks, I love Bite Beauty and I want to try, like, I wish I could justify buying like a lip vault because I probably would, but I can't, so I don't. And so I'm choosing this Bite Beauty multi-stick in the color Rosewood, and I'm gonna make myself like a baby goal here. Like, you might kind of roll your eyes at this one, but because I'm not very good at using lip products, minus that one lip gloss that surprised me, I'm going to set a goal to only use down to, you probably can't see it, there's a B in the side of this product, and I'm gonna try to get to the top of the B. So again, for me, I don't use lip products. I don't actually wear lipstick a ton right now. I've been wearing a lot more gloss, and my lips are so dang dry and tight that I don't wear a lot of lipstick, especially because I feel like it looks a little gloopy on my lips. But I think that maybe this being a Bite product and they're all like food quality safe materials, that it won't dry out my lips. So I'm gonna use down to the little B, so it's really not much at all. It's like a little bit. It's not even a quarter of the lipstick. So I haven't tried to use this kind of stick format on my cheeks, but I might try that. I'm a little afraid it might be too dark. Let's see, I can give you a little swatch somewhere. Let me try it on my wrist. This is a horrible swatch. Not good at swatches. So there we go. It's a little dark, but I think that it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then the next thing was number 4, a drugstore product, and for that I'm choosing this micro brow pencil from NYX, and let me roll it up. I probably should have had it rolled up already. But there's not a ton left, but I don't use eyebrow pencils a ton. They're not my favorite, so this is a good excuse to get this out of my collection. So there we are. I will mark it and have hopefully better photos too. And yeah, this is in the shade Brunette. I also think I need like just a slightly darker shade because it's a little stiff, and so it doesn't deposit as much, like as deep of a color as I like, but I think it's good. If you like pencils, it's not a bad pencil. I just tend to prefer pomades. So it's a good excuse to get this out of my collection. So yeah, that's everything. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you around and be friends. And so that's everything. I'll see you in a month. Bye.